So what's the real secret sauce for a great educator in today's world? It's got to be more than just knowing a subject inside and out. In this explainer, we're going to crack open the playbook of a truly modern instructional leader, Juan of Alvarado, to see what actually makes an educator transformative. Let's jump in.
With any great leader, the key isn't just what they do, it's why they do it. What's that one core belief that fuels every single decision they make? For Alvarado, it really all boils down to one powerful idea.
And this, right here, this is the cornerstone. It's not just a nice thing to say, it's basically the operating system for his entire approach. And notice that word, empowers. That is so key. For him, education isn't about just, filling heads with facts. It's about equipping students for life. This single belief is the engine that drives everything else we're about to see.
So where does a philosophy like that even come from? Well, it's deeply rooted in his personal story. Growing up in the Caribbean, he saw firsthand how all these different cultures and perspectives just make a community richer. This wasn't something he read in a textbook. It was his lived reality. And that's exactly why making education accessible and relevant to everyone is at the very heart of his work.
Okay, so a powerful belief is a fantastic start, but you've got to have the skills to back it up, right? So how did Alvarado forge that foundation of expertise to turn his big vision into a reality? Let's take a look at his journey.
Just look at this path. It's not about just one specialty. He started with a solid foundation in math ed, but then he strategically started stacking skills on top of that, things like technology and instructional design. And he's still going, now mastering educational leadership. This isn't just about collecting degrees. It's about building a versatile toolkit to tackle education from every possible angle. It's really the definition of a lifelong learner.
All right, so we've got the philosophy and we've got the credentials. But the real test is always in the execution, isn't it? How does all this theory actually hold up in the real world? Let's see the coach in action.
And we should be clear, this isn't some brand new theory he's trying out. We are talking about a playbook that has been built and battle-tested over 20 years. That's 2 decades in the trenches of education, constantly tweaking, constantly refining what actually works.
So his official title is instructional coach, but I want you to think of him more like an architect of learning. He's not just teaching equations, he's designing entire systems to build up critical thinking skills and, just as importantly, confidence. The end goal here isn't getting a right answer on a test, it's creating a student who can confidently tackle any complex problem life throws their way.
And you can see the proof right here in the pudding. Look at the sheer range of this stuff. You've got a high schooler aiming for college with the SAT, someone joining the military with the ASVAB, and an adult learner going for their GED. His methods are so versatile, they deliver results across wildly different goals and life stages. That is seriously impressive.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. He's not just an educator. He's also been a business coach, a project manager, a consultant. Just think for a second about the skills that brings to the table: strategic planning, complex problem solving, efficiency. He actually applies that kind of corporate world mindset to instructional design, which creates this uniquely powerful and robust approach.
So what's the secret to his method? It's really this powerful combination of 2 things that you could call head and heart. He uses his head to dive deep into the data, pinpointing exactly where students are struggling. But then he uses his heart to foster empathy and collaboration, creating a culture where it's safe for people to learn and grow. It's that perfect blend of cold, hard data and warm human connection that really creates the magic.
But here's the thing about a true leader. They are never satisfied with the status quo. They're always looking ahead, always asking, okay, what's next? So let's take a look at Alvarado's vision for the future and how he plans to take his impact to the next level.
For the next 3 to 5 years, this plan is incredibly concrete. This isn't just a wish list, it's a strategic roadmap. Check out Step 1 and Step 5. He's simultaneously pushing the envelope with technology and curriculum design while also expanding his coaching to make absolutely sure that underrepresented students are not left behind. It's a plan for both innovation and equity.
And then you zoom out, long term, and the vision gets even bigger. The goal is to scale everything up, to move from coaching individuals to actually shaping entire systems. The aim is to take these methods that work so well in the classroom and apply them at a regional, maybe even a national level, building whole networks of educators who are dedicated to this kind of innovative, equitable teaching.
All right, we've seen the philosophy, we've walked through the journey, and we've looked at the future vision. Now let's distill it all down. What are the core plays we can pull from this for our own playbook? Let's get to the key takeaways.
So what does this all really boil down to? What are those absolutely essential traits of a modern instructional leader?
And here it is. This is the playbook. What's so cool is how you can see every part of his story reflected right here. Keep students at the center? Well, that's his core belief from the very beginning. Use data and communicate with empathy. That's the whole head and heart approach we saw. Commit to professional growth. That's literally his entire academic journey. This isn't just some checklist. It's a living, breathing blueprint built from real experience.
And this final thought, man, it really just brings it all home, doesn't it? Leadership isn't about being the single hero in the story. It's about being a community builder, fostering a team that, working together, can push the boundaries and totally redefine what's possible in education.
So we end right where we began. The ultimate goal is to unlock every single student's potential. And this playbook gives us a really powerful set of keys. But it also leaves us with a challenge. As our world keeps changing, what new keys will we need to forge to unlock the incredible potential of the next generation of learners?